Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. We're gonna just hop right on up in here. Am I looking forward to it? Absolutely not. Are we gonna do it? Absolutely yeah. Also gonna go ahead and put this weapon over here. Gosh dang it, I got two of these stupid shields. They do at least have 100 physical damage negation though. Oh, I haven't taken a look at this bottle yet either. I found Liz telling me though that it scales purely off dex and it just only does fire damage. It's kind of crazy. And it's one of the new weapon types, perfume bottle. Okay, so then it goes back the other way. Oh no, when you two-handed, you just take out another one. Oh, now it does the same thing but with twice as much. That's honestly really cool. And it weighs like nothing. Dude, I'm loving these DLC weapons so far. They're actually all really dope. I just want to level them all up. Dude, I would honestly almost rather use that than this Great Hammer. It's just the Great Hammer is just more of a me thing because I always like having a big bludgeoning weapon in every game I play. The Fire Beast claws are also really sick. Like, look at this, dude. And then I've got fire and blood loss on these boys. Woo! Spicy. 651 ain't bad. I did want to go look at something right quick, and I guess while I'm over there, I might see what these perfume bottles take level. At least that knockdown's not on today. It's been so fun to play with him. Oh, my camera's also not on today. That's the other thing. That's the second thing that's not on today, Squidward. Oh, I probably should have gone over here first to see what I actually need to level it up. And then I also wanted to take a look at like Ashes of War. Oh, and talk to the finger readers because there's a weapon that I had been seeing that I wanted like a long time ago and I completely forgot about it. Yeah, I don't have whichever one is the one that they use to like poof and then poof. If you know, you know. I'm kidding, I don't even know. 125.
Yes, that's all I've left of my property.
Dude, the Lion Great Bow just looks so cool. It does. Holy. Oh, you get a little more range. And then these take summer smithing stuff. Alright, back to what I was looking at before. Okay, these are just regular smithing stones to level up as well. How many runes do I have? I have a lot. Not very many.
Oh, snap.
Oh, meow. What? You know what? I'm gonna pop some of these, not the DLC ones though. Not the next thing I'm gonna select through. There's no point in doing so here. What am I doing? Let's just use. Am I starting with the ugly ones? Okay. So now that we've got a decent amount, I'm just go ahead and buy like 50 of each. That should tide me over for a while. And then sadly, you don't get an unlimited number of these once you get the bell bearings, but you do get quite a lot. And then it's really daft that you have to find them again in the next playthrough. Okay, I don't have very many of these at all, so I should probably buy. Oh wait, was that somber? Because that's at +7. I just bought it. I did buy somber. That one's the. That's why it's so much more expensive. Okay. All right. Well, either way, let's head on back because I pulled a stupid and started doing things. Uh, well, at least it wasn't too much. I accidentally started doing things in my world with not found that I wasn't streaming yesterday. So I decided, well, I guess that means that I got to come back and do it again. And so once we run all this back, now there's one enemy I can think of that might not respawn, and it was like one of the sword wielding giants like you see at Liurnia. And so that one's probably not going to come back. But everything else I killed should be back. More than likely. Dude, I saw him, but my brain didn't process that he was actually an enemy. Dude. Can I get past rock? Glad I made the decision to put this healing crap on. I'm really considering making my blade the blood variant. I wouldn't be able to imbue it anymore, but my thought is that it would still get a 20%. Actually, let me look up like Dragon Bolt and just see. So I don't know why I still have that running. And just see how much of a damage increase it gives. Like what it actually do. Lightning 0.75 incant scaling faith portion. This is the same damage bonus as electrified armament. Grants 15% increased maximum equip load. Reduces lightning damage negation by 35%. 70 seconds. This is 1 part weapon buff, 1 part body buff. Each buff will not stack with other buffs of the same type. Buffs weapon with lightning attack. 0.75 times incant scaling. So I mean, I guess that means it can actually just keep scaling up. It looks like it's trying to say there that it's point. Oh, dude. Is it showing this? When I'm seeing right hand armament 2, 1054? It's saying you're 1054. It's crazy. I don't even know where it's getting that number from, but okay, I'll take it. 0.75 times my faith, which is 55. Okay, I don't know exactly how to compare that one. 'Cause I was gonna compare it and see, like, versus the 20% damage increase. Okay, so I came up across these NPCs too.
Oh, you must mean some more. He provisions our little outfit. So
Okay.
more traffics with the forager brood, his brethren, who can no doubt they find inspiration. These are not your foes. Should you spot any forager brood?
Okay, yeah, so
Welcome.
came across him and he was telling me to come back once I find more things, more of the crosses, and then I also bought this and this rune arc from this dude, and he doesn't really have much of anything else that I want. He's got some nice damage negation stuff, so especially that fire one would be huge to take. I'm gonna assume that I'd probably do well getting all of these, but I also don't have the runes to get all. Because they each cost 4K. And he has 2 of each. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 32, 36K to get all those. So it'd be 36K runes altogether, which I'm almost at. And then I came up to this portion of the world with not found in his world. And he explored off on the sides, and I don't think he found anything noteworthy or worth going over to pick up as far as I could tell. And we looked on both sides. And so he did come up and open these doors, which is something I hadn't yet done, so I will go ahead and do that now. he got this crazy animation where since when you open the door, you're actually on the other side of the fog wall that appears because it's a new area and you can't traverse it while co-oping. And so it actually like respawned him, and I was like, "What the heck did you just do?" Because I had never seen that animation before. So yeah, that's all that we did over here. We also got invaded like two, maybe three times in his world over here. And then we got invaded once in my world over here. So I looked through all that, and now I also just realized that I could have summoned Torrent. And then I didn't really go much over this way, so I don't know if there's anything important over here. Oh, I think this was how I got up there. That's right. Yeah, I went up that way to get over there. What the heck even is that? Is that a dog? I'm not sure if dog or turtle. Alright, and so yeah, that was the extent of what I did over that way. And then coming this way, we kind of just went straight over to the bridge. I didn't really come out in this direction very much. And so we'll do that right quick for exploration's sake. Making sure I didn't get any notifications. Uh, okay, so how far does... Okay, so that direction really just keeps going. Castle Insis. Nicholas Cross. So yeah, I don't know how far out this goes. And then the doors I open here are what lead into this whole region. So maybe I'll check with Not Found next time he's on and see if he wants to just go through and explore that portion, since that looks kind of like a dead end bit and it's just this castle area rather than moving on to a whole separate location. I'm assuming there's probably going to be one of the big bosses of the DLC in there. That to be done, don't say anything. But yeah, not entirely sure how far this goes. Oh, okay, that big body of water's over there. Shadow Realm Rune 1. Okay, so it looks like there have been people over here. There's all these cages and little armaments made. Defenses. My gamer senses are tingling being over here. That's a dragon, isn't it? I fought enough dragons to know a dragon when I see one. Ghost Flame Dragon? Like the birds? Ow. Jeez. Okay, is it rotted? It is, good. That really screwed up my frame rates. Ow. Jeez, I couldn't even roll. Oh, it's taking the piss out of my frames, dude. Should have seen that one coming. Ow. Mimic, dude, what are you doing? Is it not just standing right there in that ice? But I really didn't do a lot. Whoa, okay. What? Are you kidding me? How did that do that much damage from that far away as I was just dodging sideways out of it? Oh, now you want to use Blessing of the Erdtree over there? Okay, yeah, this guy isn't even that tough. Let's switch to my other freaking weapon too. What is this effect? I'm so confused by that. Why is Torrent like brown now? This thing awake now? Oh, I got all the way over here somehow? Why am I fat rolling? How am I heavy? I wasn't just heavy earlier. Holy crap, dude. I knew I was dead. And this guy keeps dropping my frames. Dude, what made me I thought that was supposed to... Oh, does it make me heavier when I use that? I'm so confused. Oh, it's because I died and I didn't have my Great Rune active. That's right. Okay, also, yeah, that weapon did not do near as much damage as my hammer was doing. Okay. No, yeah, we're gonna get this dragon taken care of. He's not that bad, just kind of a cuck. Okay. So we're gonna get this here. Do this. And this. And this. And this. And this. And just put ourselves up to full. And then, head on over. Gotta make sure I get close enough. Do the thing! Wow, great. Love that 50% of that missed. Oh, please stop. I can't see, dude. Oh, yes. Get there. No! Screw your fat body, dude! And that's gonna hurt. Dude, why'd that hit me twice? It really didn't need to. And here we go. Damn, bro. I literally couldn't do anything and he was almost dead too. He's not even hard, he's just annoying. Because all he does is run around and then be too big to get around and get a visceral attack on. Like, had I gotten that visceral attack, that would have taken off at least as much of his health as he had remaining. But no, he's just so big and ugly that it's hard to get to where I need to be. And then they give him frickin' little 2-inch wide limbs, but this massive body. So half the time you're swinging, you can't even hit him. You swing 10 times, you might be lucky to hit him once. Also, rather than taking this damage boost, I'm gonna take this damage negation in hopes that when he's hitting me, I'm not really feeling it. Screw off, stay over there. Did you really just do all that? No. I need my initial burst of damage. Oh, you see it. Ah, the freaking Great Rune. How long does it take you to use the damn thing? Holy crap, dude. And then why do you need to be all the way back there? Holy crap, can you move your fat damn face? Thank you. Okay, that's cute. Oh, by all means, just stay there. That's cool, I love that. Great, yes, get rid of my mimic. I love that too. Yes, hit that bitch, not me. Almost moving out of range of it when I do that. Yeah, I couldn't get there again because it's too big. You know, I'm gonna just let the mimic do work from here, and I'm gonna call it a day. Ah, finally, dude. Big ugly cuck. That's what we call a buck. Oh, yes, dude! Oh, we got a Somber Ancient Smithing Dragonstone. Hell yeah. Okay. And this is one of the rare moments where I actually got back more runes than I lost. But yeah, I knew my freaking gaming senses were tingling as soon as I walked up to this stupid lake. I was like, that boy just ain't right. And the game was trying to say, I'm alright, Dad. No, you're not. Of course. Of course, there's a cave. I'll just put that there so I generally know where it is, because in a bit it's gonna be good if I go back and touch a grace. Just slowly back up, just slowly back up, just slowly back up, yeah. And this is why I brought this. Ah, yay! Oh, that did nothing. You ate that. You said, see you. Alright, well, if nothing else, it gets their attention, then I don't have to walk over there. Yay! Yeah, I kind of hate the rework they did on that. Because it used to do something else, but I don't remember exactly what it is. Are you trying to tell me that I can lock onto that one, but not the one right in front of me? You're trying to tell me that one right there isn't real. That one right there's a statue. Get little stupid ass over here. Sit down. Oh! I think that had to be censored. Ah, I guess it's not. Okay. Where? Gravebird armor. That sounds dope. Is that what these guys are called? Gravebirds? The birds and the bees. Oh, that's some very light armor. Stone armor with a tinge of green, one of a set of armor pieces cast in the image of the gravebird. Gravebirds are ancient golems created to guard the spirit graves built where all manners of death ultimately drift. I guess it's saying that ultimately every creature that dies comes here, and that's why there's so many graves. And the gravebirds are the guardians of this place. I don't know why they always make some kind of lore for like guardians of like dead places with dead things. I'm like, do you really need a guardian if it's already dead? If omaiwa mo shinderu, you know? Like, 'cause I can tell you for a fact, when I'm already dead, I don't really give a crap about anything else after that. I'm good. Like, spiritual beliefs aside, like, regardless of whether you have any or not, like, once you're dead, you're dead. Like, why do you need a guardian for whatever's left over? Ah, damn annoying butt cheeks. Is that another mausoleum? No, that's a shack. Dude, shut up! If you want some, come get some. That's All I'm saying. So shit. Okay. Well, if it's giving me the option I probably needed, at the very least it wouldn't hurt to have it. Oh, you know how we do. Buff Central Station. Yeah, yeah, yeet. Is that it? Ain't no way that was it. They had me summon this bastard for that. Ain't no freaking way, dude. I'm going to a freaking grace, bro. I think we're done here. Oh, it's the actual village itself, probably that I've summoned. Mimic? No, it's what. Are you human? Are you human? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's what makes me human. Fly mold. Disgusting. All that for a drop of blood. For a drop of rune. Yeah, with these it's really nice to fight while not locked on. It gives you such a wide range of motion. That's your midnight tip of the day. When using these bad boys, don't lock on while you're fighting. Unless it's 1v1 and you're more comfortable fighting locked on, then you can fight 1v1. But otherwise, just don't do it. Also get this grace here. That would be a smart idea. Oh, okay, so this is just straight down the actual main road. Well, there's really no point in me resting at it just to get anything back, because I've actually got more resources than I need. So I'll just go ahead and finish exploring then. This does more damage as a one-handed weapon, so than my sword, not just compared to two-handed. This does more damage as a one-handed weapon compared to my sword, so whenever I'm riding on Torrent, I'll probably be using this. It also has very high stagger potential. Like, you could see me even staggering that dragon while I was buffed up with just a few hits, so that's really nice. Human bone shard. Let's see what this does to these guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't be a freaking cuck, dude. Sit down. Oh, more Skaggy tree, or is this ashes? Ashes. River spurters. That's just to make sure at the very least I can heal over time while I'm running about here. Alright, yeah, it's about that time. Also, I've got the other lightning buff thing on, and I don't think it can actually stack with this one. Did it really just... Wish I could have gotten some gear from that dude. He was using Swarm of Flies. Which makes sense because, you know, it's a whole, like, fly thing. Ailment Talisman. The new tier of Talisman. Raises resistance to the last ailment suffered. Oh, that's dope, dude. That'll be so good for my pure tank build. Which I'm almost tempted to go with. Switch off all my damage boosting stuff and just tank everything. It'd be so funny. Well, I'm also increasing my damage taken by having this one on, so if I didn't have that on and I put more damage negation on, then yeah, I for sure wouldn't be taking that much damage. Which is why, as I'm running around generally, I've been having this on. But honestly, if I put the FP one on instead, and then just keep using Blessing of the Erdtree, that would keep my momentum going too a lot with that. Or I could just permanently have this on and then still just use Blessing of the Erdtree as need be. All as needed. Alright, but that's a dragon down, village taken care of, and now we're gonna get back over here onto this bridge, onto the main path. So this was another part that before I was, without really thinking about it, I was doing off stream yesterday. But I didn't really get that far into it. I got across the bridge and there's a main little encampment area there at the beginning. And that's pretty much what I did. Oh, okay, this is also new. For anyone just tuning in, I've just been going through and doing some stuff that I hadn't done yesterday when I was accidentally streaming for a little bit. Sorry, when I forgot to stream and I was like going through part of the area and I was like, oh wait, I'm not actually streaming this. I probably should stop here. I literally made my friend that I was playing with turn around and he was in the middle of fighting. I instantly turned around and was running away. And as soon as I got out of range of the enemies were fighting, I sent him back to his world and sat at the grace. I was like, no, wait, we're done. Is this a shack? Run down Traveler's Rest, okay. And I've been getting these cookbooks, but I honestly don't know what it's been giving me the ability to do. I don't know what's actually new in here. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Oh, those are the one. Okay. Hmm. And then this is the one that the new weapon is based on. So that's pretty cool. Alright, now that we've seen all this, I'm actually going to travel back over to this dude. Just kind of buy all this, like, damage negation stuff that I can get from him in case it comes in handy in the future, and because he's only got a limited stock of it anyway. So I'm not just, like, permanently using up my runes. And two, because I don't like foresee myself leveling up a ton in the DLC, I like to try to make use of my runes in ways like this, or leveling up weapons, stuff like that, just while I can. because it's more useful for me to do that than to, oh yeah, there was this. Okay, let's actually, oops, let's see what that cave's about. Um, but yeah, it's more useful for me to do that than try to save up 700k, end up getting into some boss fight, dying twice, and then that's 700,000 runes gone. Or, well, it takes 707,000 for me to level up. So, like, anywhere between like 1 and 600,000 runes, if I lose that, it's not enough to level me up, but it's still enough that I could have done some really useful stuff with. I know I don't really need to anymore because I already fought the dragon. I didn't come in from this angle. Which it's in situations like that where I kind of wish they would put in the summoning pools in multiple locations, because they give you so many ways to enter an arena, but primarily only one way to make use of like Stakes of America or summoning pools or stuff like that. And so when you're looking at that, like, you have this 1% of the area where the summoning pool actually is, and the 99% around it that you could potentially coming in through just gets completely overlooked and gives you more room to actually miss it than see it, because there's some locations where you're going through castles or even caves and dungeons and things like that where a summoning pool is just there and it's the only way to really get there, so that kind of makes sense. Oh, we're in a jail now. Okay, I think before I really get started on this, we're gonna come back here, and as you can see, this is the grace that I made it to, and then I also kind of like saw the castle in the cross, but didn't actually like get up to really anything in it. So we're gonna make our ways across Elec Great Bridge and get into all this over here, basically, so you guys can see from my perspective what it was like getting there. Well, what it is like getting there, because obviously it's not going to be exactly like the first time since I've already seen some stuff. And I've also been trying to stay away from a lot of the content of the DLC that's been posted on YouTube because, streaming and content creating isn't my full-time job. So unlike uh, a lot of like, streamers and creators and stuff, I don't really get the opportunity to just sit around for, you know, 5 to 8 hours a day just doing this. I would love to someday. That would be like a dream part-time thing for me. But as of right now, I am a master's student and a case manager. And that is more than enough to occupy my time. Yeah, I don't know why I'm summoning Torrent and like the color of his strides and stuff have changed. I wonder if that has to do with time of day. If his striding color is a reflection of the time of day that it is. Alright, but we're gonna go ahead and make it across this bridge. This will actually be a lot easier now that I can just sprint across on him instead of running on foot. I should be more than able to outpace that ballista. And then once we've got this dude taken down, I just hit him in the face. Okay, I was gonna summon the thing, but I don't need it. Oh, this is why I need poison on him, dude. Poison on these blades. Oh, you thought I was done attacking. You thought it was your turn. That's why you were trying to swing on me there. Okay, that makes sense. If I didn't know how strong I was, I would think it was my turn too. So I don't blame him. And then I'll just go ahead and summon the Mimic, because why not? It'll just make clearing out this place go a little bit faster. Not like I need the Mimic, but it's useful. Ow, damn. Oh! Well, I did that one to myself. I'm like, did I die or no? Okay, maybe I won't summon the Mimic. I think the Mimic's just a distraction for me, honestly. I can do this without the Mimic. I should have also put my Great Hammer on there instead of trying to do that. Ah, dang it, dude. No, wrong way. I thought it had me facing the other way. Okay. But yeah, I literally did that to myself. Okay. Now we will I think we'll probably start from here rather than over there. I don't know. Actually, this is a better angle to start at, 'cause then I can just run straight in. So yeah, we'll start from here, make our way into the castle, or across the bridge towards the castle. Because then it's kind of just right over here. Yeah, that's so much shorter. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, yeah, and then when I see those big guys, that's when I know it's grounds to just go ahead and switch up my gear. And we approach on this side, so I can get up here. Stupid dude. Yeah, that's why I was saying it can be helpful to lock on to a single target. Alright, now we know what to do. Oh, and I need to remind myself too. We'll bring. I'll just remember to keep my brain trained. No, no, moo, moo. Holy crap, dude. Why does the Mimic not hit nearly as hard of me, but it's so much more defensive than I am? Okay, and I don't think I really need to explore the tents. Honestly, I'm not going to show all the little side bits. I'm basically just going to work my way back up to the Grace. There was like a chest and some other little purple homies. By purple homies, I just mean collectibles. I wonder if the Mimic favors whatever weapon you were holding at the time you summoned it, even if you have multiple weapons equipped. Because it kind of looks like that sometimes. You know, another thing about the Mimic is that, as far as I've observed, I don't know if this is an actual thing, but it seems to be. Because it cancels out my other stuff. It seems to be a really good judge of character of what buffs do and don't correspond well with each other. And by that I mean, like, the Mimic won't typically use buffs that don't actually synergize. And so if you notice your Mimic only using like 1 or 2 buffs a lot, it's probably because in some way it doesn't synergize. There's another one in there that doesn't synergize with the buffs that it is using. And so if you see it favoring certain ones, that means that probably somewhere in there you've got one equipped that just doesn't jive well with the others. I don't think Not Found and I ever actually came down to this part. Alright, oh, and come on, dude. I just want your things. Oh, did I touch your toes? Brother, just give me things I don't have. Screw your flesh, dude. Oh! Rude. Brother. Oh, you're so lucky I'm not using my Bolt of Grand Stacks. Okay, so... I know I don't have a bow that's built to really do any damage right now, but the Lion Great Bow usually gets work done. Luckily for me, I've got 30 of these little guys here. Hey. Oh, that's kind of funny. Bro, I truly should level up that bow. It is honestly such a powerful bow. This Mimic really is just trying its best to heal, isn't it? But I wonder if it just can't heal with its own blessing. Can mine even heal it? Or does it have, okay, there it goes, now it's healing. Maybe. It looked like it did for a second. Okay, now it's doing that crap again. Nice. Where'd he go? They don't want none? Like, what happened? Thank goodness, finally. I always hate doing jumps in this game. They never fail to inevitably screw me over. Oh, even if I fell there, that wouldn't have been death. Okay, it's just right next to where this is. Do not roll, because those are explosive barrels. And I know in some games, like I think Dark Souls 2 is one, just rolling into explosive barrels is enough to set them off. And in others, you actually have to ignite. So I'm like, I'm not even trying to find out. But yeah, that was an area not found, and I definitely didn't explore together yet. Where am I now? Oh, I'm actually headed all the way like around the outskirts of the camp. So if I find a grace out this way, I'll touch that, then head back. Same like I did with the jail. Because my goal right now is primarily just to show you guys what I got up to but forgot to stream. And then maybe tomorrow get into some new content. Well, actually, most of this stream has been new stuff that I didn't do yesterday. So next time I'm actually on playing with Not Found, I'm gonna see if he wants to go through that little castle bit. Oh, is that those little stupid idiots? Frickin' is. Oh, and it's already. They aggro from 10 years away. Oh, and you crap poison now. Cool. Oh, maybe he just threw a poison cloud. And they do bleed. Also cool. Love that. Love to see it. I know this is overkill, but I just want them to... Oh. Not what I thought it was. Whoa, okay. Yeah, that was kind of funny. The way homie just got the smack laid down on him. Oh my gosh, that could have been miserable. I'm so glad that I buffed up when I was thinking that this might be overkill, but better safe than sorry. I was definitely much more safe than I was sorry. Okay, so this is leading into like my first like catacomb kind of territory. Which is pretty sick. Also still having a hard time with debating on what I actually want to do with this fourth one. I don't have anything going on right now that does blood loss, and the only really rot thing that I have is that. I really do want to imbue my sword with poison, though, I think, just because it frees up. Because I'm already gonna free up this Dragon Bolt blessing. Well, actually, no. The thing is, I can keep the Dragon Bolt blessing if I put on poison, because then I wouldn't be using Vex Dragon Bolt. But then by getting the poison one, I can free up Dragon Bolt and poison armament, and I still get the bonus, the attack bonus from I think it's a 20% attack bonus from this talisman. Wait, should I get another one I didn't look at, or was it just the, yeah, it was just the one I got. Okay. So yeah, I'm considering making these poison imbued just so I also don't have to use the time and FP all the time of doing that. And then its arcane scaling goes kind of crazy. So like it's not going to get the additional damage buff that comes from Dragon Bolt, so I'm not going to get the Golden Vow plus Flame Grant Me Strength and Dragon Bolt, but I am still going to get 2 of those plus Poisoning or Rot in the vicinity increases attack power all the time. And I don't think it would do them doubly, so. And then this greatly boosts the attack power of skills, but like with me using these particular skills, I feel like I don't need that as much because I was using it more in the main game than I am here. Because I was using like Waterfowl Dance and Corpse Piler all the time. But without me using those, I really don't need that one as much because the skill isn't going to be like the main source of my damage there. Rather, it might be more useful for me to have on one of those damage negating ones that I've been doing, or restoring HP. Even raising the potency of incantations could be good. Let me look up this talisman just to see exactly what the stats are on it. Faithful's Canvas Talisman. So it raises the potency of incantations by 4%. Okay. So, I mean, that's alright, but it's not the best. And then this enhances charge, spells, and skills. Which, I mean, I can look again to see what the Godfrey icon applies to, because I looked at that a long time ago, and that's how I found out that it applies to the Bolt of Grand Sax. But if it applies to any of my other stuff that I've got on, like my incantations, because that's by 15%, I could go with that. So it does with certain Ashes of War, like the Carrion ones, Glintstone, Regalia, Mariah's Executioner Sword, Dancing Blade, Bolt of Grand Sax, Tellurious Tree. Sorceries, don't care. Incantations. So okay, so it doesn't work with any of the dragon thingies. But since I'm looking for some to switch out, maybe, you know, it's good to keep in mind what it Burn, O Flame, Whirl, O Flame, Flame fall upon them, Giant Flame take thee, Flame Flame Lightning Spear, Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike, Rings of Light, Wrath of Gold, Beast Claw, Noble Presence, Black Flame Ritual. What's the name of this one here? Black Blade. Black blade is not listed with black flame. And then the rest of this page is just all guides and comments. Okay. Alright, so not a whole lot of options there. Just these Ashes of War. And then a few weapons. Does not affect bow attacks. It does affect the Dark Moon Greatsword though, so that's good to know in the future. So yeah, that one's really not going to help me out with much unless some of these things are ones that I would consider taking these incantations. Because I'm trying to look at stuff. I'd be putting like the little poison moth thing on. I've got this chilling mist too, but I don't use those a ton, especially like right in the middle of combat. I mainly just use them to buff up. So the main thing that I'm considering doing is either going for something like this or things that would just boost my physical damage negation or do like HP restoration over time. Let me also look up Blessing of the Erdtree just to see exactly what it does. If it's just health regen or if it's giving me like other bonuses as well. But it says grants blessing, but I don't know exactly what that means. So regenerates 12 HP per second for 90 seconds. It can heal 1080 HP total. Benefits from the Old Lord's Talisman, which I don't even think I have. Does not scale with faith. Charging this incantation delays its activation. Heal and duration are left unaffected. Works on cooperators, NPCs, and spirit summons. Health regen buff and will not stack with other temporary buffs of the same type. Okay, so it's just health regen. Okay, so since it's just health regen, I could also do with swapping that out for something if I made one of these health regen, like either from Taker's Cameo or Blessed Dew Talisman, or even where's it at? Past it. Assassin's Crimson Dagger, something like that, you know. So yeah, I think we're gonna get ready to change up the build here, and also that bow is doing work, so I'm highly considering adding that to the overall framework of my build here as well. Fog Rift Catacombs. I just figured that while I'm already down here, I'm gonna get the Grace because it should be fairly well towards the beginning. Yeah. And then I'm gonna head back up, and as soon as we get to the other Grace in the encampment, I'm going to go ahead and travel back to the lands between. I'm gonna change up some spells. I think I'm gonna change this to doing poison. I'll switch that out to, and probably make it a health regenning one. Either that or damage negation. And then when we're fighting bosses, maybe we'll make it another attack focused one just to do more damage. Also glad that I'm playing offline and can't see the abundance of messages that would be littered about and be tempted to accidentally spoil the game for myself. Although the thing is, I think when you're playing offline, you don't get all the bonuses of like, so-and-so did this and homie did that. All that stuff. So actually, I probably will start playing online again. Let me set this back to automatically launching online. I don't even know if that's saved. Okay. But yeah, if I get to more points of this game dropping frames, I think it's also because I think I have it set to graphics. Or where that's at. Yeah, I'm prioritizing quality with ray tracing. So I think that is the main cause of a lot of these frame drops. And so if I switched it back over to performance, which is what I think I had it for most of the main game when I was playing before, but then just before I started doing all this with the DLC and everything, I switched it over to graphics focused. I don't think it originally released with ray tracing. That was added later. Oh, I wonder if we're Oh, so we're actually above this waterfall right now. Really tempted to go look because Naffound and I were actually wondering how you get up here. I think we were seeing it from like a different perspective over there. Dude, okay. You know, in my head I was thinking like I think I can trust this, but I'm really scared and I don't know because you can't actually see through it super well. But yeah, we were like I guess down on the cliffside somewhere maybe. Unless this could be a different waterfall entirely and I could be tripping. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I just liked having the magic aesthetic, but I think canonically with like Black Widow being an assassin and all that, it could really suit her to have more assassin focused things like um, having blades more naturally imbued with poison. And then there's all that too, headed down that way. So now we gotta go check that out. And then yeah, having a few slots back to put other things on and not having to worry about so many buffs would honestly be very helpful. Gosh, dude. Oh, that was an accident. Oh, that for a drop of blood. Gosh, dude, freaking string. Okay, that's leading to something new as well. I'm just very concerned about dying right now, considering as far as I've made it and explored all about. Oh, wait. I think this is the other side of that jump that Not Found made, and I didn't. And it's just where everything takes you afterwards. Maybe. Because this looks like it's leading back up to the other side of the bridge. Or maybe this is unrelated. Spelldrake Talisman +3. That's freaking Kaioken ×3. Boosts magic damage negation by the utmost. Holy crap, dude. They said, I got your damage negation right here. Scared the hell out of me. I was like, oh! Oh. Yada yada does it. Alright, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm also looking, see which of my friends are online. Okay. Just checking to see if anyone was playing Elden Ring. Subarashi. Where are my things at? Aren't there like rainbow stones or something? Yeah. Well, goodbye to that. Unless maybe it's from over there. Keep scaring the heck out of myself when I do stuff like that. Alright, well. That's all she wrote with that one. I mean, to be fair, if I quit the game and came back in online, it shouldn't bring anything back to life. That's just resting. So I should be good to do that. And then if I see notes or bloodstains or something, that could give me a hint with that. Oh yeah, and I also don't get my rune boost. I don't know what the heck just died, but okay. Oh, was there only an item there? Because like, oh, it might have been from when I like shot one of those guys off or something. He like fell down here, and that was like the furthest you could go headed down. And so that's just where the item ended up. I thought, yo, that's so funny. Actually, wait, let me save the last few minutes. That 1 minute probably won't cover it. Okay, yeah, so the Sin not found that later. Well, that is interesting to make note of. So, with that being said, and all of this down this way being explored, that is just about as much as I can do as far as like this ravine and everything is concerned. And then I made it all the way back there to get to the catacombs. And then I've also got this jail to explore over here. And then there's moving into this castle as well. So I think the jail is probably just going to be its own separate underground section. Oh. Oh, I never knew you could do that. You can just press the left analog stick and just automatically return to yourself on the map. Wait, that's interesting. How does that work when I'm looking here? Oh, okay, it says cannot focus on your current location. Dude, that would have been an interesting tool to have. I don't know how helpful it would have been. It would have just been nice to know that I could do that. Ugh. Just don't. Just don't. Just don't. Just don't. That it's not necessary. I don't need to even look at them. Okay. So back onto what I was doing before. Yes, here. Alright, so this is where I'd made it up to. I don't even think I touched this. Nope, sure did. And then... Okay, I'm actually really glad. So, you guys didn't see it, but there was, yeah, one of those big Karya Knight giant things over there. And so he's a one and done deal. And so now that I know that, we're gonna take it back now, y'all. Come over here. There's a couple things I want to do. And then, honestly, I don't know. I think we might call that a stream. Because I've done... Well, we'll get across the bridge, because there's just a little bit more that I can do.
I am a finger. Do as you now you may. Beautiful.
Oh, do I have... I think I have these two already. Let me make sure.
What you believe.
Fell Omen Cloak and Market Scrap. Oh yeah, Guardian Garb Full Bloom. I recently got that. Got Corin's robe twice and the Prophet robe. A couple deathbed dresses. I need to start selling some of this. Alright, so yeah, there's Lord of Blood's robes.
Don't see it.
I think they were the twins. I don't think I have Giant's Red Braid on this character. I do on one of my other ones. And I don't have his cursed sword. I think I have both of those. I think I also have the Axe of Godric and Grafted Dragon. And yeah, I've got both of those. I command thee, Nihil. Alright, and so I'm just going to take into consideration right quick the changes I want to make again. So for one, I wanted to change this up, and my interest was in making it poison. So, because it will actually gain some base damage, because this is 557, looks like. And this is 54, 59, 359. Sorry, 559. So at base, without any buffs, this one's stronger and it causes poison buildup. And with that poison buildup on enemies that have enough health to get poisoned, I'm going to be doing even more damage. And then I also don't need rot on because they're just going to be consistently taking poison damage. And so I can save the time with trying to rot people too. and then that DOT is going to be huge. But I could do that or make them bleed, because either way it does the same amount of damage. But in that case, I would just do the blood loss one, which actually, let me see how much. That's Lord of Blood's Exaltation. I wish I could make it do both somehow. Okay, so that's also by 20% for 20 seconds. Now, another thing I could do is just have both of them on and do Rot with the breath and then make this bleed. The only thing is I don't like that skill just because it sacrifices some of our HP to use it. That's my only gripe with that one. With the Blood Blade. Oh, okay. Interesting. So I wonder how that works. If you use Poison Moth Flight, but make it blood, do you get both? Because it says slash with a poison-infused blade. If the follow-up strike lands on a poison foe, it will deal significant damage. So does that mean... Because unlike this one, I don't want the blood, but with this one, it does poison, but if I switch it to a bleed affinity, let's try that. And then also change up some of my things here. Because yeah, if it does poison but has a bleed affinity, then that means I could put both of these on and get a 40% attack power increase on top of the things I was already doing, which should in theory make me stronger. Also, I had this. What are my other ones again? To really boost magic is interesting. Okay, we'll stick with that. So, like for example, again, I wouldn't need that. Let's actually go out to a Grace and do in the overworld too and do this so then I can test things out as I'm switching stuff up. Because like for example, now that it's done that, I can't use Flex Dragon Bolt anymore. I can't use Flex Dragon Bolt anymore. That's gone so as an option. But that's okay because I don't really need it. Gosh, I went too far. And then if what I'm thinking is correct, I also oops, wait, hold up, what was the thing I just took off? I accidentally took it off. There we go. Okay. And so yeah, wouldn't need you. And so that means this would still be useful. Bolsters caster's body with lightning. Or I could do a different kind of one, like increases affinity damage negation, so like protection of the Erdtree, for example. Or this one is greatly increases a damage negation. And then I'm guessing Blessing's Boon is just a lesser version of Blessing of the Erdtree. Barano Flame, I think, was one of those that can get boosted by the Godric icon. Protection of the Erdtree, that's what. Sorry, one of my friends asked me if I could do them a favor, so after I get done looking at this build stuff, I'll probably head out and do that. Oh, okay, so it enhances all damage negation types except physical. That's honestly pretty good. Increases elemental damage negation by plus 30%. This is a body buff and will not stack with other body buffs. Okay, and then, so what does the Dragon Bolt one, for example, do then? Excuse me. Because, wait, just to make sure I had that right. 30%. Okay. So that's pretty good. And then the Dragon Bolt Blessing increases all resistances by a flat 30. So it's not a percent, it's just a flat 30. But lightning damage is 35%. And immunity, robustness, and oh, so your immunity, robustness, and focus go up by 30. That's what it's meaning there. Increases your resistances by 30. And then your lightning damage negation is increased by 35%. And it's a body buff and will not stack with other buffs. So like if we look over here, you have the resistances and then you have the damage negations. And so that's going to boost my resistances by a flat 30 is what that Dragon Bolt one does. But my actual lightning damage negation by 35%. Okay. This other one, Protection of the Erdtree, however, it says enhances all damage negation types. So it increases all elemental damage. So magic, fire, lightning, and holy damage types would get increased by 30%. Okay. Whereas if we come down to here, so immunity is for poisons and rot, blood loss and frostbite, sleep and madness, and death. So those kinds of like extraneous things that not a lot of bosses and characters actually have on them. Blood loss and frostbite, I'd say, is probably the most common one. But I've already got all those decently high. And those are like things that have to build up over time for the actual stats to get put on you. And then there's also other ways to just negate them. So the resistance part would actually be pretty huge. So I think I want Protection of the Erdtree as my one body buff. So we're going to switch that out with this. And then I wouldn't need Swarm of Flies anymore either. The Black Blade is good for me to have to hit things at a distance and prevent its max health from being any higher. These are really good, like strength buffing. And then I wouldn't need Blessing of the Erdtree, like I said, because if I wanted to, I could put on like a healing over time thing. So now it's from this point that we look and see, okay, now what else is going to be really good for us? We don't need any more body buffing ones, because we already got that. And we can't enchant anything with any kind of damage. Elden Stars is interesting, but again, it just really doesn't do a whole lot. Now, I do want to kind of want to put Assassin's Approach back on, just because thematically it really fits. Um, I think Flame of the Fell God is what Not Found was using before, and that actually really slaps, and I'm considering putting it on. It uses 2 slots. And then I've got Frost. I would technically have both Poison and Blood build up. So yeah, it would be good to have something that does Fire. Although that has a huge FP cost is its only problem. Burn of Flame, in my opinion, hits like a truck and costs less FP, but also you have to sit there and like cast it over time. This one does increase physical damage negation. We can see by how much. Because if I'm ever running around and I feel like I could use some physical protection, that would be good to know. It increases physical damage negation by 35%, but it reduces all healing by 20%. It stacks with Golden Vow / Rallying Standard. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what Golden Vow is. It increases attack and defense yourself. Okay, so honestly, that's not bad. I would kind of like to have Black Flame's protection. And I'm gonna take this off just so we can have all of our like self-buffing things there first, and then have all the damage ones on the back end. So like I just gotta remember to keep 4. So we can take 2 more things, but just remember to keep 4. So I wouldn't be really using those. Stabs with Ice and Lightning Sphere from above could be really good. Spew Fire while walking. I don't know. I feel like I could really use Swarm of Flies. That one's honestly a pretty dope one. And then then explode to set area of flame. Dude, Placidusax's Ruin is just wild, and I do really like that one. That one's fun. I mean, I guess realistically I could take Swarm of Flies and Rotten Breath back, just in the event that I didn't want to be up close and personal doing the damage to things, and they are also really good in PvP. So I could take those and then still have this and my blade. With these as my buffs and these as my other thingies. Okay. And then let's take a look at this. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't get it. Because it says if the follow-up strike hits a poisoned enemy. But I don't know how to do the follow-up strike. And I also don't even know if that hit poison. Is the homie still over here? Because we could just fight him right quick to test this. I don't remember if I killed him or not. The hell? I forgot those things do all that crap. I don't remember if he leaves at night. and only shows up during the day, like opposite to the Knights Cavalry. No need to worry though. If he's not here and I actually did already kill him but forgot, I can always just go find something else like a dragon or something. I just want to know if my theory was correct and I can both poison things. Okay. Probably the easiest place to find something like decently strong that I wouldn't one shot, but also would take poison pretty easily. I think near this one is the dragon. Because I'm like, it's usually not that hard to poison dragons. Trying to remember where. There are these guys. I don't know how fast they die, but I'd be able to test it out on them. Holy crap, dog. Screw off. Go to hell. Oh, they weren't strong enough, that's for sure. Just remember that there's that dragon out here. Like, I need something stronger like a dragon. So I need to know if I'm actually able to poison with this attack or not. Okay, dude, whatever. It's like, do you ever get done? Okay, it does eventually poison things. It just that now, granted, that plant could have very high poison resistance, but it does eventually poison things, and we've got blood loss built up on them innately. What the? Holy crap! Can I get away from those? Alright, so yeah. I was really hoping to find something stronger to try that out. Try that out on. There you go. I'm just doing this because I want to try things out, but I also don't want to get killed by it. Okay, yes. And so we can indeed do that. I guess, also if I wanted to test it, I could have just came back into the DLC and started fighting things with it. But yeah, it looks like that's effectively doing what I want it to, just in like a very slow kind of way. So I don't know. Even though the other way damages me more, I might still be better off just doing it that way because of um, that move potentially doing more damage and just being more efficient in the way this is pulled off. So like if I made this a poison weapon and then attacked things like this, I might be able to just come over to one of the big dudes and test that out. So like for example, we're at 671. We'd probably want physical damage negation against them, but that's alright. So now we're at 926 on this weapon. Okay. Uh, mm, mm. These also probably aren't the best enemies to try to make bleed. Okay, we'll take a different approach and try it on human enemies. Oh, did it just proc bleed on that dog? I'm up to 771, so yeah, I think it proc bleed on the dog. An item I didn't grab. Nice. Got something new there. And so that's it. I'm up to 926. You poison? No, my goodness, dude. That's good. Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to proc on them. For some reason, that was super difficult. These guys do not proc very easily. I want to do a comparison of how easily Swarm of Flies procs bleed on them. Because then if that's the case, I could just go fully poison. Like, or rather, still keep the Blood Blade, but just merely try to make my main procer the Swarm of Flies. Because as long as... Yes. Okay. Oh, jeez. Forgot about that. I was gonna say, as long as bleed procs in the vicinity. Which these guys have hella high bleed resistance, it looks like. Okay, but there's some bleed in the vicinity. And then try to poison one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to test out my theory on one of the big knights. None of these guys survive long enough to try it out on. Worst scout ever. Yeah. Now if I can get him to bleed while this one's poison. Just bleed, you cuck. There. 805. Okay, never mind. Oh, well, actually, Golden Vow, another thing's probably worn off by now. $11.11. Okay. Okay, so what we're looking at there, after doing that little trial run of everything, is that when we get rolling, if we have something with blood loss from the flies, because the blood blade just kind of takes a while unless it's something that procs bleed really easily, which is okay. So with the blood, the poison, and our 2 damage buffs, we can get up to about 11/11 on this weapon. It's still not nearly as strong. Well, it's almost there. I think the other one could theoretically, if we had all the other stuff and then we found a different way, like with my spells and stuff, to proc like either poisoning or rot and then also get bleed in the vicinity, that would get up to over 1200. But to be fair, that would still be just as difficult, if not more difficult, considering this weapon now by itself can get both of those things on there. And then I've got the 2 buffing ones. Now, my only thing was, I was like, man, it would be nice. Okay, so what are we at now at base? 699. Okay, that's not bad considering the weapon itself is actually supposed to be at like what, 559 is what we said, or 569? It's, yeah, 59. So really it's a 599 weapon, but it's boosted up to 699 at base now. So that's pretty good. And then, yeah, so like I said, if we went with something kind of like this, I think what I would like to do more casually is just have this on, and then when the conditions are right, switch to having both on. Oh, and then the other thing I wanted to do was level up Radahn's bow. I don't know if there's anyone I could potentially buy his arrows from, or if it would just casually fire other great arrows too, and I don't necessarily need to have his arrows. His arrows are the better arrows to have, by far. Are there other places to get Radahn's spear? This is a great arrow, so really we just need great arrows. Oh, okay. I think we can purchase them from the other one. Because I would like to upgrade his bow. Oh, although, yeah, that's true. His bow is technically, well, it's realistically, it's not a DLC weapon. So even though that would be super helpful, because of what I've challenged myself to do, I shouldn't have even been using it before, but man, it's so good. Yeah, you can buy them from there. I'm interested in checking out the perfumer's bottle and leveling that up more, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that for now. And so I really do like this poison backhand blade with blood blade on it. Well, wound self to coat the armament with blood, then unleash an airborne blood blade that causes hemorrhaging. I didn't see. I guess maybe because I wasn't paying attention, I didn't see it doing a lot of damage to myself. I thought it was the other one where you like kind of slash across. Reminded me a little bit of the Chikage from Bloodborne. But yeah, so this is a nice little mitigator to that, because as you could see, that did just as much damage as was healed. So like if I'm hitting something with the blood blade, but then I'm also killing what I hit, I'm just gonna heal the damage right back. So yeah, we're gonna make it a little ways up in her. And then I grabbed the loot that was in there and in there. Just gotta kill that dude too. Didn't get what's up there, but I think I just go around for that. So there's a guy back here. This is where Not Found and I got to. With this dude and his dog. Oh, okay, and it looks like you only bleed yourself for the one time, but then you can keep doing this. Okay, so yeah, that's actually a really good ability. And it does relatively good damage against fleshy enemies that would be more prone to bleeding. Milady. Yo, dude, is that a weapon? That's so funny. Is that a dagger? No, it's not a dagger. Oh, it is a light greatsword. I'm tired of finding all these freaking basic weapons. Okay, interesting. So it's like a combination of a rapier and a greatsword because you're doing combinations of thrusts and swings with it. So it's like a longsword rapier kind of thing because it's built closer to the structure of like a straight sword or a longsword, but it's also very thin like a rapier. Like a rapier. Okay, so I'll be going through there and probably making my way around. It doesn't look like anything's in here. Oh, looks like Not Found was wrong. He was convinced about maybe needing torrent to get up there. You can't even use torrent here. And then nothing else here. Okay, moving on. Oh, there's something there too. Okay, for some reason that bird died. There've just been random bouts of enemies dying. I don't know why. There are people dying. Okay. Ow. Yeah, I just healed up twice right in front of you. What you gonna do? Ah! Radigan, calm down. Ow. Ow. Mother. Oh my god. Frickin' Smitting. Okay, so... Oh, it's right there, yeah. Oh, this was the Fall Not Found was on about, and I'm like, yeah, this game's much more forgiving. You can just drop down to it. Oh, okay, and then that would be the other one. Nothing there, okay. I was like, it should be right there. Glint slab firefly. So is there going to be something called glint slab here that's like bigger than a glint stone? Okay, sick. And then this is the other Grace. And Not Found, and I made it a little bit further than this. Castle Cross. Oops. I abandoned here the flesh. So yeah, Not Found, and I made it a little bit further than this, but a little bit further than this is also where I died. So now that I'm up to this point, I don't recall us getting a Grace past this. So I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and call my stream for today. And then that way I've also got a little bit of time to chill out and rest before I'm on either Warframe or Diablo later. So I might actually be doing 2 streams today. Really, it's depending on my friend Dylan. Well, I might be doing 2 on YouTube. I will most likely be doing 2 streams today, but if he and I end up playing Warframe, I'll just be doing that over on my Twitch channel, so twitch.tv/midnightpure. So make sure to hit me up, follow me over there if you're not already followed, and have those notifications on so you know when I go live. He gets home at 8, so, well, he gets done with his thing at 8, so you can probably expect that by 9 p.m. Central Time, I'll be streaming on Twitch if I'm doing Warframe, or back here on YouTube if I'm doing Diablo, because I've been streaming this season. The first few days I streamed quite a bit, and now it's kind of staggered off as I anticipated it would, but I'm trying to get to 100 by the end of this season. So yeah, and now that Dylan's had some time to play, I can hopefully at least be on like World Tier 3 or 4 content, because when he and I were playing last time, we were just doing things on World Tier 2 and I was just blowing everything away while he was just trying to stay alive. And I also told him I'd learn him a thing or two about making builds in Diablo, kind of like how I taught him how to build his frames and weapons in Warframe. So yeah, we'll be doing that, and I'm going to assume that whenever we find out how to get to the next area, if I'm not mistaken, these are maps. Because I think that's what the map sites look like in unmapped areas. And so I saw how to get through to here. I don't think you really can traverse that. This, though, I'm not sure if that's going to be something we access from that side, or if coming through here we're somehow going to end up here and then get to that side. There's a lot of unanswered questions there, but we've got these catacombs and we've got this jail to get through. And then I did that alien village and the lake. So whatever Not Found and I end up doing, I won't stream, but I'll say, hey, I did all of this bit, so come back this way. But then also we have the opportunity to come back this way into here too. So hopefully we end up doing that, because I've got the feeling that continuing off over here is going to be progressing, and all of this is dead end stuff anyway because it's just coastline. So I'm going to say, hey, let's come back over this way and do this stuff and see if he's down with that. But yeah, So that's gonna be it for this stream, guys. So as usual, hope you've all been enjoying the series so far. And if you have, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, share it with a friend, do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. And then comes the awkward moment where I have to end the broadcast.